From Volunteer TV, this is Local 8 News.
A fiery wreck, evacuations, one person dead after a tractor trailer and a tanker hauling hazardous material crash on I-75. Live reports from Campbell County coming up. I-75 southbound is shut down, and it likely will be for a few more hours. Northbound has just opened. Good evening. Thanks a lot for joining Local 8 News. I'm Ted Hall.
And I'm Amanda Hera. We're following this very fluid situation in Campbell County where a crash on the interstate has killed one person and hurt 3 others.
Now, people within a half mile of the wreck, which is at mile marker 132, had been evacuated. The trucks were carrying batteries and oxidizing material. That is a chemical that makes fires burn with more intensity. Traffic is being diverted. It's been backed up for miles in both directions. Northbound should clear up. The trucks were going in opposite directions when one crossed the interstate median and hit the other. We know other vehicles were involved in this as well.
And we've got team coverage of this breaking news situation. Casey Wheelis is live in Campbell County. Casey, you actually had to walk to the location where you're at now.
Yeah, guys, I know a lot of these drivers are wishing they had wings to fly out of this mess. Absolutely mess here out here in Anderson County. Now, this is the main street of Rocky Top. This is where the staging area is for the media. You can see traffic is just stopped. These cars haven't really moved, which is why we had to get out and start walking to this staging area. Now, the troopers have given us some nuts and bolts of what happened. Here's what we know. We know earlier today a semi carrying batteries collided with a tanker carrying oxidizing material when one of those cars crossed the center line. Now, that oxidizing material is what's worrying officials. That's why they are evacuating a half-a-mile radius within that area. That area where this deadly accident happened includes the Caraville area, so officials are working hard out there to make sure everyone stays safe. Now, unfortunately, one person has died in this crash. 3 others were injured. 2 people had been taken to UT Medical Center. We are still working to learn the conditions of those people at UT. We do know the names of the companies involved now are Superlex Batteries and RL Carriers. We're learning more information about the drivers. Of course, as we get more information, we'll pass it along to you. Troopers are trying to get as much information as they can and as much help as they can.
We have every trooper that we can get up here. We have them working. We have Lake City Police Department, of course, volunteer rescue squads, volunteer fire departments, anybody we can get to help with traffic, direct traffic around, they're all helping us in this endeavor.
Guys, we will stay here at this media staging area. As we learn more information, I'll be sure to pass it along to you. Reporting live in Anderson County, I'm Casey Wheelis, VLT Local 8 News.
Casey, thank you very much. We did get reports that northbound lanes were open, but from that live shot from our helicopter, it did not look to me like the northbound lanes were open. So that's something we'll have to stay on top of.
In the meantime, if you know someone who is stuck in traffic, TDOT just told us that they will be going through and handing out water bottles to folks that are stuck there on the interstate. Leola
Carroll lives about a mile from the wreck. It jolted her at about 3 o'clock this afternoon.
Yeah, I talked with her on the phone when she called to report a 3rd explosion this afternoon. Leola is back on the phone with us now. Hi, Leola.
Hello.
Tell us what you saw earlier today. What was it like? What did you hear? What did you feel?
I was in the house and I was cooking supper and just a big explosion. And it scared me. It startled us. And I told my husband, I said, what was that? And my mother-in-law called me and she said, go out on the porch. And we went out on the porch and it was just a big gulf of black smoke. We could tell it was on the interstate. We heard the first explosion. My husband went over there in a vehicle to see if he could get a better look. And I was just praying to God that he be with them on the scene. I knew it was bad because I heard a second explosion. I called in again to Channel 8. And then I heard the 3rd explosion. And I knew it was like a chain reaction.
Leola, now that you have seen the images up close and personal, is it matching with your fears?
Oh, yes. I knew it was bad. The first explosion startled me. When I heard the second one, I knew it was going to be like a chain reaction. And then I heard a 3rd one when my husband was gone. And then I think an official asked them to leave because they did not know if the material was hazmat or not.
Let's talk about the situation right now, Leola. We understand there's been an evacuation within a half mile around mile marker 132. You may be about a mile away. What does it smell like? Are you noticing anything, any fumes in the air?
Yes, there is an odd smell, and my husband was so close. The picture I sent in of the semi burning, that's how close he was. He zoomed his phone in, and he smelled it right away.
Can you describe what it smells like?
Excuse me?
Can you describe what it smells like, Leola?
It's just an odd, just like a salad smell to me.
The traffic is not moving yet, or at least very slowly. I imagine since they're trying to divert traffic, maybe there's no one in front of your house now, or what do you see on the interstate now?
Nothing. There was another cloud of smoke that went up, and I'm not sure what that was. I did not hear an explosion, but something else was on fire. That was about 15 minutes ago.
Leola Carroll, thank you very much. Living not too far from the crash, she was able to send pictures to us so we could get an idea of what was going on. And we did have reports as well of other accidents on the far ends near the wreck. Right. Perhaps people coming up on traffic, not realizing there's a backlog of traffic stopped for miles and more collisions on the outskirts of that wreck.
Yeah, certainly a lot of secondary accidents that we watched.
Now, we're learning more about the trucking companies that were involved. The video shows and the live shots show essentially 2 major trucks involved in this.
Now, Local 8 News anchor Lauren Davis has the very latest information. Lauren, you learned that one of the trucking companies involved is based just north of us in Kentucky.
Yeah, that's right, Amanda. I studied the video and called the trucking companies on the side of the tractor trailers that Ted was just speaking of. Superlix Battery out of Russell Springs, Kentucky. That is one of the trucks involved. I called the company and they confirmed it is one of their trucks involved. They told me that a driver was leaving Knoxville about the time of the accident. Now, that trucking company hauls batteries to wholesale stores. The other one that we looked at, RL Carriers. It's another tractor trailer involved in the crash. RL is based out of Ohio. I called that trucking company and they told me that a driver out of Greenville was driving through Campbell County today. They're working to figure out who the driver was. RL Carriers transports freight, but they wouldn't confirm what they were carrying. Neither companies would release the name of their drivers. And we're not sure if there were other trucks involved, but we have confirmed these 2 for you. And Amanda, as soon as we confirm the names of the drivers, we're going to get that information to you.
All right, certainly a story that we'll continue to follow.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Stick with us here on Local 8 News. Just to recap our top story now, we know of one person who was killed in a multi-vehicle accident, mainly involving 2 trucks, at least 3 others injured. Traffic has been shut down. Evacuations have been ordered near mile marker 132 in Campbell County, which isn't too far from Caryville, between Rocky Top and Caryville. We're going to stay on top of this for you and bring you more information.
Now we're going to switch gears just a little bit. The election might be over in Monroe County, but the drama that came with it certainly is not. The latest fuel to the fire, a TBI investigation. Local 8 News reporter Hillary Magosh explains what agents are looking into, and she has some reaction from voters.
Monroe County Election Commission workers sum it up well.
It's been a very vivid election, we'll put it that way. It's been very stressful.
The TBI is now investigating allegations of vote buying, although agents can't say which race or races may be involved because it's part of their investigation.
We all know it's illegal, shouldn't do it, and I just hope if it is happening, I hope they get to the bottom of it.
But that's not all.
The sheriff's race, stands out the most. All the accusations.
Randy White won the sheriff's race, but outgoing Sheriff Bill Bivens is suing White and the Election Commission. He says White didn't meet the standards to run for sheriff since he hadn't served 3 of the last 10 years in law enforcement. The Peace Officer Standards and Training Commission certified White to run back in November, but revoked its decision after investigating White's work history a few weeks before the election. But because White was qualified when he signed up, he remained on the ballot and defeated Bivens by more than 700 votes. On top of that, Tommy Jones Sr. was re-elected to constable for the 2nd District, despite being accused of selling prescription pain pills in Madisonville. The Election Commission is worried all of the drama will discourage voters from heading to the polls in the future.
I've had people that have said, I'm just not going to vote anymore. And, that's not something that you want to hear people say.
In Monroe County, Hillary Magosh, VLT Local 8 News.
The DA, Steve Crump, says he's received a number of similar reports about vote buying, which is why he requested the TBI conduct investigation.
All right, we're back after the break with live reports from this breaking news in Campbell County from the air and the ground. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Hello folks, Smiley Riley here at Twin City Mazda. We have 0% financing for 63 months on new Mazdas. Come see our huge selection on CX-5s, Mazda 6s, and CX-9. Check it out at TwinCityMazda.com.
When was the last time you felt free? It's time to uncover that feeling again.
Because you are protected with the compassion of a cross and shield that's been trusted for almost 70 years, and the power of a card that opens doors in all 50 states.
Giving you the freedom to love, to dream, to dance like no one is watching. Live fearless.
Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee.
During our model year-end event at Toyota Knoxville, we've got a crazy Camry sale going on. We call it that because you'd be crazy to miss it. 75 new Camrys must go to make room for the 2015. For as low as $169 a month or 0% APR for 60 months. Crazy, right? Get similar savings on every new 2014 in stock. Corollas, RAV4s, and Tundras. But it's only till August 31st. Get a Camry at a crazy price during our model year-end event at Toyota Knoxville, I-40 and the Lovell Road exit.
Hey, Smiley Riley here. Come check out our huge selection of pre-owned automobiles, including the 2013 Mazda 3 starting at $13,988. Check it out at TwinCityMazda.com. Come get your smile on the Motor Mile at Twin City Mazda.
Ball fans, be the first to know the Tennessee game day starting lineups. Text the word lineups to 75324 and receive a text the morning of the game with both teams' starting lineups. Brought to you by your East Tennessee Chevy dealers. Find new roads.
Welcome back to Local 8 News. Our top story throughout the afternoon today has been a major wreck on I-75 in Campbell County. It's been shut down for hours. One person is dead. We know that at this point.
We also know that 3 people have been injured. Our Kyle Warnke is live in Caryville. This is probably his 3rd stop today. He has been pushed back and then pushed out of an evacuation zone.
We're now standing at exit 134. This is the Caryville exit up in Campbell County. This is where all the traffic that's headed south is being diverted to. I'm going to step out of the way, kind of show you what it looks like here right off of the highway. Obviously, it's still a big mess here. I mean, we're a mile and a half north of where this accident actually happened. It happened on the southbound lanes of I-75. We were a lot closer just about 45 minutes ago, but we had firefighters come up to us, sheriff's officers come up to us and order us out of the area because of the smell. And let me tell you what, it did smell indeed. This is still a hazmat situation, so they're ordering everybody within a half mile of where this accident happened to clear out of the area. So we've been told to move out of here. So we are now about a mile and a half north. And again, I tell you, 45 minutes ago, my head was kind of spinning because of the smell, and obviously needed to get out of there. Here's what we're being told. Traffic is being diverted at the 129 exit. That is the Lake City or the Rocky Top exit. That's headed northbound. Headed southbound, it's being diverted at 134. Now, obviously, because of that, traffic is just crawling on the interstate. Just got off the phone with the sheriff's office here in Campbell County. They said they are about to open up one of the northbound lanes on I-75. They're clearing out some of the tractor trailers to kind of make a lane open, so that way they can get at least the northbound side back open. But looking at the southbound side, looking at that accident just a little bit ago, can tell you with a fair amount of certainty it's going to take a long time before they get the southbound lanes back open. Just a very big mess down there on that area. So we're going to keep you updated with the latest as we get it. Stick with us here, and of course on Facebook, Twitter, and on our website. Reporting live in Campbell County, Kyle Warnke, VLT, Local 8 News.
Kyle, thanks a lot. For those of you just joining us, apparently the two trucks, one a tanker, one just a tractor trailer, were heading in opposite directions on 75. One of them crossed the median and hit the other. One of the trucks was carrying batteries, the other oxidizing material, which oddly enough is a material that makes fires burn with more intensity, which certainly did show up in the video and the pictures we've seen.
Yeah, really fueled that fire that we saw there. And of course, a lot of people emailing us pictures and video and commentary of what they were seeing out in the field. When we come back, we're going to talk with a woman live who actually got video that we've been showing you throughout these newscasts right there of the scene.
And if you know of someone who's been evacuated, we're just getting a report. Carrollville Elementary School is where the evacuees should go.
The Lexus Golden Opportunity Sales Event at Lexus of Knoxville is a sale like no other. It's your chance to sign and drive any new Lexus in stock with no money down, and we make the first payment. Lexus of Knoxville has the all-new 2015 RX 350 for just $379 a month. Sign and drive. A new 2014 ES 350 for $369 a month, plus we make the first payment. Or get 0.9% financing for 60 months. Only at your Lexus Connection. Lexus of Knoxville.
What happens to your internet when everybody's online at once?
It's very frustrating.
Run into bandwidth issues.
Xfinity delivers the fastest and most reliable in-home Wi-Fi. I bet we can have all three of these guys on their devices and download our favorite HD show. You're going to be impressed.
Never seen something download that fast.
Everyone can be on their devices all at the same time.
So, flipping fast.
Get the fastest in-home Wi-Fi with Xfinity Internet, or get started for $19.99 a month for a year. See for yourself. Call 855-215-FAST.
Any car or truck, any deal, any day. We will meet or beat it. Yes, Beatty Chevrolet will meet or beat any advertised price, or we will give you the car. And if we can't trade, we will buy your vehicle outright. Buy today and save $10,000 on a new 2014 Silverado Crew Cab or pre-owned vehicles from $59.95 and get an extra $1,000 trade assistance. Hurry, offers end when the month ends at Beatty Chevrolet in Knoxville.
Wandering out into this great unknown, and when it's done, believe that I will yell it from that mountain.
Find summer, the Chevy Labor Day sale. Get 0% financing for 72 months plus a total value of $4,000 on this 2014 Silverado All-Star Edition and make no monthly payments for 90 days. See you at East Tennessee Chevy dealers.
Tomorrow on Local 8 News This Morning.
More and more young people are saying no to fast food. We're going to tell you what they're turning to and why they're making this decision. Plus, Labor Day weekend is on the way. We're going to tell you how you can cash in on some great deals and holiday sales. Whether it's bats at Imes Nature Center or grabbing some freebies from the new ball shop, we're talking about ways you can have fun with the family and save in this week's Penny Pinching Thursday.
Those stories and more tomorrow, beginning at 4:30 on Local 8 News This Morning. VLT Local 8 Weather is brought to you by CRS Exteriors.
Replacing worn-out windows can be a big decision and investment, so why not price the rest? Then call the best. CRS Exteriors, the best choice for your home.
Some of the video that we've been showing you shows a car driving alongside of the fiery trucks on the interstate, and that was taken by one of our viewers.
Yeah, Alicia White actually shot that video. She says that this accident happened about 10 minutes before she went through the scene, so very fresh.
I would bet even less. Yeah, she's joining us now on the phone. Alicia, tell us what it was like as you were driving past this fiery wreck.
Hey, I pulled up on it and I seen the smoke and I was like, oh my goodness, something's bad happened. So as I pulled up on it, I seen the fire and I was like, oh my goodness. And the first thing I thought of was, get out my phone. I've got a smartphone, use it. And I thought, people need to see this. So I pulled it out and I started recording it, and the only thing I could say, I was like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. I just kept repeating myself. It was horrible. Like, I felt the heat from the fire, and then I heard all the popping, and then as I was pulling away, actually, you can't hear it, but something exploded as I was pulling away.
Were you able to see anyone involved in this crash? Were people rushing out to help?
There were some people, some guys in blue, that I think were on the phone with the police that were standing about 15 feet away from the truck. And then as I was leaving, the woman in the SUV, there were a couple people helping her away from her vehicle. I was hoping she wasn't hurt, but she was kind of staggering, so I was hoping she was okay.
Did you look at this video over and over again? What did you do once you took this video?
I drove straight to Walmart, and I sat in the parking lot, and I was like, Facebook, get prayers going, get prayers going. So I started, and then as soon as I got out of my car, I was like, okay, what did I even come to Walmart for? And then I heard people talking about it there. People were standing and pointing, and I'm like, it's a really bad wreck. It's horrible.
Well, we appreciate you sharing this video with us. We're glad that you're safe. And definitely a lot of prayers going up tonight for the 3 injured and the family of 1 person who was killed in this wreck.
Alicia White, who took that video. Just to recap for you, just for those of you who are just joining us, at least 2 trucks, and as you could see, several other vehicles involved in a deadly wreck on I-75 at mile marker 132. The interstate is still clogged up. Likely, at least the southbound lanes where the wreck happened will likely be closed for at least a few more hours.
Yeah, anytime you've got a fatality, it takes forever to investigate, and they want to, of course, figure out what exactly caused this crash. Let's touch base with David.
Always tracking, always alerting. Local 8 weather.
All right, we're going to turn up the heat. Today we got up to 88 degrees. We're still at 88 in Oak Ridge, where they came close to 90. 86 currently in Knoxville. And with the cold front to the north, we've seen a few showers around Louisville, Kentucky, but that's about as close by the rain would be at this hour. Most of us in East Tennessee, if not all of us, will have a quiet night. We're not going to be bothered by the storms. As you can see here, Futurecast shows these showers fading away rapidly by 10 or 11 o'clock. We start off on a dry note tomorrow morning, should finish on a dry note in the afternoon, although a spotty shower may develop in a few locations. A lot of this may just not reach the ground, so we're not expecting it to be a big deal, nor will it be a big deal tomorrow night. Will be mostly clear, maybe a few clouds from time to time, but even Friday's chance of rain looks pretty small. Slim pickings, as we've got 1 or 2 areas showing green, just not much to show you. In fact, the best chance of rain will come later in the weekend. Temperatures tonight dropping down to a cool 64. The normal low is 67. We will expect a quiet night, mostly clear. Sun's down at 8:10. In the valley, 93 in Knoxville. If we hit that, we'll actually tie the hottest we've seen all year this year and last year, because we have had that's kind of like the benchmark. We've been having a hard time getting above 93. 84 at noon, 93, just a 20% chance for a shower tomorrow afternoon. We've got a spotty storm on Friday, and if we get any rain on Saturday, it'll come late. Let's hope it comes late enough that it's after Boomsday, because I think the best chance of rain will come on Sunday, and I think it could disrupt tailgating activities, but we'll watch that closely. 82 on Sunday, Labor Day, more scattered storms at 85 degrees, but it's much more humid, very humid during the ball game. Stay with us.